Trying new things is hard, but growth is an essential part of life. If you're looking to take your next big step or change your direction, but don't know where to begin or how to even start, seeing how someone else successfully managed this in their life could be priceless. Shifting Gears, the ultimate roadmap to crafting your legendary brewery or restaurant, a new book by Jake Losey, might be exactly what you're looking for. See, Jake and his wife Kaylee opened a brewery back in 2019 with a dream and pretty much no experience. I probably don't need to tell you this, but COVID struck shortly thereafter. Not an ideal situation for a brand new business of any kind, let alone one that would be literally forced to close its doors. Despite that setback and many more, they not only managed to stay open, now they are thriving, and Presidential Brewing Company has become the cool neighborhood hangout they both envisioned it would be, and also one of my favorite places. Jake's book is meant to help other aspiring entrepreneurs achieve the same heights that their customers and amazing staff have driven them to. He hopes that he can help fast forward the amount of time it takes you to build an idea from neutral, great idea, no movement, to legendary, a thriving brewery or restaurant. In addition to sharing the practical steps that have been proven to help build his dream, this book is also chock full of stories about the inner workings of the brewery. You will get to learn an in-depth background of how they got started and how they have continued to thrive and grow. Shifting Gears, the ultimate roadmap to crafting your legendary brewery or restaurant, is available right now on Amazon in paperback or on your Kindle. Pick up a copy today, and when you visit Presidential, which you definitely should, tell the folks there I sent you. Thank you to everyone who sent in a glimmer in the last month. There were a lot of really good entries, but there can be only one winner, and it goes to a listener named Steve. Here's what he wrote. Today, in about a 30-minute time frame, I had 2 students tell me thank you for something I did in the past. Not simply for giving them a paper or picking something up for them. They thanked me because of the way I made them feel, or some way that I'd helped them. If you know 12-year-olds, you understand how impressive this is. It made me feel very good. Congratulations, Steve. You should be getting a message shortly explaining how to collect your prize. And thanks again to everyone who participated. And now, on with the show. This is Lessons We Forgot, and this episode is called Pacing Yourself. Coming back from spring break and starting the 4th marking period, especially if you're a glass half full kind of person like me, may make it seem like the finish line is in sight, or that we are ready for the final sprint towards the end of the school year. I'm going to caution you against having that kind of mentality, though. I am fully aware that this type of advice is not my MO, but hear me out, please. Back in my middle school days, I spent my fall afternoons running cross country. This was way before my parents were proven correct in their initial assessment that I shouldn't play football because I was way too small and was going to get hurt. Anyway, I didn't exactly excel at medium distance running, but it was something to do, and even though I didn't win any races, I could always find someone on the other team too, in my mind at least, that I could challenge to a very personal, overly competitive, and extremely high stakes race, even though the other guy had no idea. There was this one runner from our rival school who had a pretty similar pace as me, which means not embarrassingly slow, but also totally not in contention to win, who I regularly decided would be my nemesis for the day. Since we ran at a similar pace, the race always came down to the finish. And because I was the faster sprinter, I felt like I could always win. At least win the part of the race that concerned my overly self-centered middle school brain. But I had to kick it into high gear at the right time. If I took off too soon, I would run out of steam, slow down, and agonizingly get past in the last few strides of the race. But if I waited until the right time, I could finish the race at a full sprint, victorious, in my mind at least, having conquered my adversary and making all things right with the universe. Why am I telling you this rambling, nostalgic, anticlimactic story about athletic mediocrity? Well, just like the middle school me, we should all make sure to continue to pace ourselves. Don't burn yourself out. It's not time to start sprinting just yet. You don't want to have to drag yourself across the finish line at the end of the school year. Instead, keep carving out time for yourself. Make sure to prioritize the things that matter most to you, and don't be afraid to say no if you have to. Most importantly, remember that we are running this race together, not against each other. Don't be discouraged if it seems like someone else is sprinting while you're just catching your breath. And just like middle school cross country, teaching is not about who finishes first or who gets a medal. That's not even a thing in education. It's all about doing your personal best, being satisfied with what you accomplished, and running a race you can be proud of. Go get 'em, champ. Thank you for listening to this episode of Lessons We Forgot. I'm the host, Chris Winkle. You can contact me at lessonsweforgot@gmail.com, and please do. I'd love to hear what you think about the show and any suggestions you might have. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend. That is the best way to help grow the podcast. If you want to hear more Lessons We Forgot, we post new episodes on Sunday nights. And when you like, rate, and subscribe to the show or leave a comment, that also helps the show reach new listeners. If you really hate ads like me, I do have a Patreon site, patreon.com/lessonsweforgot. For only $1 a month, you can get the show without ads. I'm offering a free trial right now, so go check it out and see if it's something you'd be interested in. Thanks again for your support.